What's up, fellow lords of gaming? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be jumping back into Black Clover Mobile, and we're going to be taking a look at the shop specifically. So I've kind of been playing and building up my character list and everything else like that, and I think I've hit that natural progression point where the game just kind of starts to simmer down. So you know, you're forced at this point to just try to start learning some of the systems and seeing where things go. The fall off point happens fairly quickly around chapter 4 is when you're going to notice that you need to start beefing up your tunes specifically for, you know, things, and that's going to be the place where most players are going to end up hitting that cash shop, right, to see where those things are going. So I already explained the mages and gave you my overall impressions, so now I want to get into the nitty-gritty of explaining out the cash shop system. Like I said, I've explained most of these. I'm going to go in some more detail with some of these videos to come and talk about those, but you can see, for instance, I've got an LR character in Mars, I've got a UR character in Charlotte. Everybody gets Charlotte basically, and then I even now have Yami Sukihiro, so I'm happy to have those characters, right? Would I love to have Lotus? Yes, I would. Are there like some other characters that I would like to have? Yes, I'm still working on my Mimosa to try to get her from my Gateway of Reunion, but you can see what I mean in terms of, like, you start to hit a power cap point, and it's around that 100,000 mark in the story where you're starting to have those uphill battles to get those. So most players, I think, at this point are going to start turning towards the shop. And what I mean by that is, like, even if you were to look at, like, you know, your character in terms of like what your mages are equipped with, for the majority of things that's most important, like your gear and stuff like that, you're gonna start hitting some pieces and caps in here, regardless of what you do. It just is the truth, and I think most players are gonna turn to the cash shop. So let's take a look at the shop overall. So number one, we're gonna start out with the crystal packs, because that's the most important thing. And now that I understand the way the system is working somewhat, I think it's worth it to explain that part. So you do have a loyalty system inside of the game. So basically, for your purchases, you get your mileage event and you get rewards for basically inside your mileage event. So you can see how those are. So basically at 300 of these, you know, you're going to get some of these tickets, bond tickets. You're gonna get these gear selection boxes, and you'll also get the shared mage pieces. And basically every level you get a little bonus up of the things that you're getting, right, overall. Now, hate to say it, but these the UR gear selection kit, probably still not that great. Getting over here to just more UR gear pieces, you can see, like, you're gonna really have to spin to get up to that LR gear piece. 2,000 mileage points, and that's the type of gear that you really want. So one LR gear of your choice can be attained from this box. Otherwise, yeah, man, it's gonna be really hard. So you can see the way it is, though. Even with the mileage shop inside here, you're gonna be realistically paying a lot to basically do this. Like, I mean, whales are gonna be able to whale the hell out on this and basically get characters to the top level. So what does that mean for like PvP and stuff like that? If you're trying to be competitive for that, just don't, like, you're not going to be, like, I hate to say it, but like, it's not gonna happen. So just keep that in consideration. I'm never gonna like compete with the top level of what the rankings are. It just ain't gonna happen. Like, I hate to say that, it's just absolutely not gonna happen. So anyways, so let's jump inside this shop. So number one, we start off with the crystals. So now that I understand the black crystals, you basically acquire black crystals from just playing the game and doing multiple things once. It looks somewhat like Bleach Brave Souls in that regard, where every single time you complete an event, you'll get you know, crystals that go into your account. That is these right here, black crystals. I did not pay for any of these black crystals. Well, I did spend 99 cents on the game, so I didn't pay for necessarily the majority of this. I've just gotten these black crystals at writ large from the game. So you know how I like to do. I like to see my monetary value in terms of the game, right? What is that going to equate to? They make it a little difficult inside Black Clover, because let's take a look at the top tier pack. Your top tier packs for $100, you're going to basically get 9,500 something black crystals, but they they turn it out on you. You know what I mean? Like they play around with it a little bit on you. You know, you basically are looking at this and you're like, I'm getting premium black crystals and I'm getting black crystals. What the hell does that mean? There is some content in the game where these premium black crystals are going to be spent, and you can see like it's just obtained inside the shop. Meanwhile, you can look at the premium black crystals and it's like from challenges, memory halls, arenas. There's a lot of places to get that currency. What I haven't been able to figure out is, if I use premium currency for things, does that give me more weighted value inside things? Like, you know, does the game register? I don't like this. And so you can see also with the mileage system here, basically $100 is equal to 1,000 mileage points. So you can go back to your reward system in there and look at, this is what you're basically spinning out in order to whale out and go those extra miles to basically get there. You can kind of gauge. Now your dollar is equal to pretty much, you know, the value of these crystals, depending on the weighted value of how these basically pan out. It's not quite the 1-to-1 ratio that I would like to be able to see, and I don't understand why we have two forms of premium crystals, because one is still premium because you need these, but they're giving you away, and the other one is just here. Now, unless there's going to be something coming down the road in the future, I'm not exactly sure of what you're using premium crystal for other than the summons, because I haven't seen places where I'm using premium crystals a lot. So a little bit of a weird shop dynamic here, and I can't say that I'm appreciative of it overall. Next up, we've got, let's talk about some of the items inside the shop. So they're going to throw at you a bunch of packs, right? The packs seem to be weighted in their value, I would generally say. You know, you get a good idea of what you're spending in order to get those mileage points and things like that as well. You can see here, I did purchase this welcome pack. I'm not gonna lie about it, I did purchase it, and it gave me 5 bond summon tickets, some mage XP potions, and yeah, like I said, wasn't gonna lie, I did make the purchase on it. So the next up is they has like your advanced pack, so it's depending on the weighted value of these. I can tell you right now, these UR mage XP potions and stuff like that, I don't really see a value to these, so I don't know why I'm paying $5 for basically getting, you know, 10 bond summon tickets. There's not a whole lot. The UR gear selection, the LR gear selection box and stuff like that in here, I don't really, you know, the idea is to basically get to the LR gear as quickly as you can. So the UR gear is going to be quickly eclipsed. I wouldn't even say that that's worth it to go after, especially then you look at some of these, like I said, the XP potions. I like, yeah, the XP is something that needs to be changed inside the game, because the way that it's accumulated just doesn't feel right in any shape, form, or way. They also have these launch celebratory packs inside here, so you can see with these celebratory packs, you are getting some of those premium black crystals inside here and those bond summon tickets as well. So you can see how like the weighted value of these premium crystals are a little bit different than your normal black crystals, right? So like 250 of these, because like, let's be honest, the bond summon tickets is just whatever, but it's a 250 black premium crystals that you're going for after there, and basically it's like a double value your money for those premium crystals overall. Be honest with you, I don't really see the value in any of these. Like, you can basically equate the value of like what 100 bond summoning tickets are. It's basically going to be about 12,000 of these black crystals, and I'll show you what I mean there anyways. Wasn't really a huge fan of this at all. In terms of here, you get the progression pack, and I will say this progression pack looks pretty spicy. I think it's a good progression pack for the game, because like you get the free, and that's basically in there, but you are going to collect 20 of these bond summon tickets, and then you're going to get 1,200 of these premium black crystals. So that's roughly equates to about like $12 of your $19.99, and then you get the additional 20 of these bond summon tickets, which equates to about 2,400 of your black crystals. So you're roughly about 3,600 in terms of overall black crystals. And you're also going to collect a lot of items that are going to help you out in the game. Aside from the mage XP potions, you're going to get some of these like shared mage pieces, which is going to help you level up your characters, and then you get some of these bond pieces as well. Although I have seen that people have said, hey, you know, it's real easy to get the bond you know, maxed out on a character within relatively short time. Especially after the first 2 or 3 weeks that we get into it. Now, these bond summon tickets, they're probably going to come in really handy because it looks like they're going to rush us and try to hit us with the fear of missing out really quickly. I mean, it looks like we're going to end up having a very short season. It's only going to be 2 weeks for this initial season, and then we're going to roll right into premium characters that you probably want to skip on, and then we get Julius and Summer Days Noel basically inside there. So you're going to want to hold on to these. But overall, I think this pack is really worth it. We've got the event pack inside here that's currently going on. So like I said, you can tell, you know, Cash Shop Gachas is always going to be terrible at this. We've got this dice event that's currently going on in the game, and if you want to, then you can basically make this purchase over here. I'm not ecstatic about, you know, purchasing for $23.99 a special dice for these, but you know, there's some good rewards on that dice board. I'll do a video on that one later. Next up, we've got the special packs, right? So they drop these special packs almost every single time that you basically do anything. Like anything in the game, they drop these packs on you. So you can see, like, I completed chapter 3 and then they dumped this one on me. So it was like, hey, for $14.99, you know, you can purchase this pack right here. It's going to give you 150 of these black crystals, right? And then it gives you the bond summon tickets, and you can see the overinflated value of the bond summon tickets, because then they were like, okay, well, that's about 2,400 of your black crystals that we're giving you. So I'm only giving you 150 crystals. So it's a little bit weighted there. You've got these bond packs that they throw at you all the time for your characters as well. I would just say stay away from these. I don't see the value in them at all. This is literally if you're just trying to race to get these, but they don't seem to provide as much value as I thought they would. Then we've got a bunch of your standard pack items inside here, and these are like really small, cheaply sold items. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest with you, why these would be good for any player to purchase. Like for $29.99, I'm only getting 300 black crystals, and then I get 25 bond summon tickets. Well, it's like really weird to throw 25 bond summon tickets to me. Why don't you just give me the 30 bond summon tickets? So you basically get, like, this is like the value of those 5 bond summon tickets, right? And so everything that I'm purchasing here is against, you know, the bond summon tickets. But you're gonna give me 25, but you know I'm gonna want to do 10 rolls. So this is a way to just like kind of nudge you in that direction to be like, hey, go buy an additional 5 tickets somewhere. You know what I mean? Because who wants to do a 5 roll? You want to do a multi summons, right? So like these, yeah, I just stay away from these. You know what I mean? Like I don't really see the value in them outside of like you're just trying to, like, you know, speed accelerate through the game. Like, just not my thing. I wasn't really happy about them at all. So here is where you can see what you're using your premium crystals for, right? And your premium crystals obviously are ways for you to accelerate your way through the game at a rapid pace. So like you can see your special talent packs over here. You get your talent seed selections, your rare talent seeds, and then your legendary carved stone selection box. Like, it's ridiculous. So like all of these are basically needed in order to level up your talents. So you're trying to monkey out on some of the gear. So you can see here, even there's the key of reunion, right? So this key is used to choose a seasonal mage at the gateway of reunion. So I mentioned this in another video, and I was trying to remember, where did I see this key of reunion, right? Where did I see the key of reunion? I couldn't remember. Here it is. So the key, I'll pop out real quick just for you to see this. This is your gateway of reunion right here, right? And this gateway of reunion allows you to basically play the game and just get your seasonal character without much fanfare. It's a good idea inside here. So you can see I'm basically inside here. If for some reason you decide you wanted to do pulls on the the event that's going on, because you can purchase these characters through polls, or, you know, try to get them through multis, you can reset these, you know what I mean? So it's a good way to basically get after those, right? However, let's say that's not what you want to do when you like, for instance, I still want Mimosa. I'm not really keen on making any pulls on the summon event for this, the seasonal summon right inside here, the rate up summon. Like you can see here, like the probability rate up on that character is higher than what it was before for other characters. Now, none of these characters are necessarily like groundbreaking that, you know, I'm like, I gotta have these 3 characters. And to be perfectly honest, I don't even want Blue Yami, and Asta would probably be a good character to have, but I really want Mimosa. So like my idea would be, I'll just go after Mimosa, and then I'll try to hit up you know, Asta after the fact, and I'll leave Yami off because I already got red Yami. Would it be nice to have blue Yami? Sure, but I don't really need him like that. So, and hopefully he'll pull up in another Gacha banner or something like that anyways, right? So you can see that overall. So that's like one of the ways you can basically use some of these black crystals, is basically like top off things. Is these top off things worth it ultimately? That's for you to decide. I think the only one in here really worth purchasing, in my opinion, is the Key of Reunion. You know what I mean? And that's if you really want those characters. From what I understand, Asta's gonna fall out of that tier really quickly, and Noelle will be there to basically like immediately pick up the pieces and be like, she's the character of characters in that class for attackers. You're gonna want her when she gets her summer days, so it might not even be worth it for you to purchase that. Like, that's just the truth of the matter. Asta will lose his value very quickly. These are beginning characters for the game, so you know they're gonna lose that value very quickly. So decide on your decision. I went after Mimosa because I needed a healer on the team, and that's where I'm keeping it. Next up is something that I really do believe is worth it, and that's the premium monthly subscriptions. So you have the premium monthly subscription that's going to net you 3,400 crystals. Of those, 400 are going to be premium black crystals, and you get a bond collected bonus basically for using the characters of 15%, which is like an ongoing status across the game. So you don't even have to worry about utilizing some of the food, because guess what? I'm just getting a flat bond bonus, and then anything with the food is going to be over. So now every 28 days, you're also going to collect 120 of these black crystals. The skip tickets, you're going to be able to use those. Those are really the same way like they were inside of 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, where you basically could use those skip tickets just to accelerate the growth of any character that you basically want. I think this is a insanely good value. $10 for a premium monthly subscription where you're collecting that many black crystals and the premium black crystals. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm having fun with the game. I see sticking around with it for maybe a little while at the very least to play through the story and see where the story goes until it runs its course. And I think this is a really good purchase pickup. Next up, you've got the standard monthly subscription, and this gives you a Mage XP collection bonus. So like the XP that you get, it comes so very, very slow that I don't think that this is necessarily worth it. However, you do get premium black crystals in here, 100 of those for $4.99, and then you're collecting a total of 1,680 black crystals overall, so every day. Now, these can be purchased whenever you want to, and the good thing about them is they kind of recycle as you complete them instead of like being tied to a specific point of like 28 days, so you don't miss any of the rewards from previous. So it's not a bad thing at all. I actually think this is a really good service subscription. I wish that Marvel Future Fight adopted something like this, because basically this is the Tony Stark stash that you basically buy in game, but they have nothing in there for the premium that equates to this, because basically the shield support growth, where you basically get the inventory slots and stuff like that. That's what it is. But really, I think more people would be happy with that shield support if they gave something like this. And on top of that, it only lasts for 15 days, and you then end up having to repurchase it every 15 days, which is just terrible. So I wish they did something like that. So we saw the black crystals, explain those overall. Mage pieces, where were you at? Monthly subscription, black crystals, mage pieces. These are things that you can just basically purchase. They're like pity systems inside of the game. You can see you'll collect some of these things, and you can use those as pity systems with your mage pieces for any dupes and things like that you get in the game. We've got our general summons tab that you can use your black crystals on. They give you some free gold items that you can purchase every day. I haven't even run the speed ticket event yet, so you can repurchase some of your arena tickets as well. Obviously, the stamina is going to be the big one that you you want, I would highly suggest using the daily black crystals that you get from here. And then you can come over to the exchange center as well for items like arena type items that you basically get. These are UR type items. I think it'd be better for LR type items to be inside the shop, but I get it. You got to grind for it. So grind. And they have some cool pity systems inside here as well. You also have your skill page salvages inside here as well. I don't see anything wrong with this. This is actually a really cool idea. And then you got your bonus coin exchange events inside here as well. So overall, the shop's not too bad. It really isn't too bad. I think that the shop overall is done well. If you can manage, I think that there's a very free-to-play friendly, no game's free-to-play. I've said this all the time, but this is very free-to-play friendly, meaning as close to free-to-play as you're gonna get without having to worry about anything. Just between these two events right here, if you were to purchase just the premium and the standard monthly subscriptions inside here, you're looking at netting somewhere close to, I'm bad at math, somewhere close to about 5,000 crystals. And that's gonna net you probably at least 5 multi-pulls in a month. I think it is, or something like that. It's like somewhere between 3 and 5 multis, because every multi is about like 1,200 black crystals. So let me go back in here and take a look. So outside of the bond summon tickets that they're giving you, it's about 1,200. 1,200 is the cost to do a multi inside of here. And you can also see here, this is a way for you to basically make that purchase for a UR character inside here and basically get this. I don't feel very good about doing it because there's only one other character in here that I really want, and that would be actually two, as I think about it. It's actually two, because William would be another good character to have along with Lotus, although they're gonna fall out of the rankings fairly quickly as well. But yeah, so that's the shop in an instance. Like I said, if you're going to purchase anything at the jump right now, get it, and you're really enjoying the game, I think it's the monthly subscriptions, and then I think it's the progression pack. I think those have the most value for you overall. Between purchasing these, you're dropping 19, 20, what is that, $45, $35 on the game to basically get some really good. You're getting 1,200 premium crystals from there. You're getting 400, so that's 1,600, and then 1,700 premium black crystals, and you're netting yourself somewhere in the vicinity of like 5,000, 6,000 black crystals. And not to mention, like I said, they give you a really good rate to save these up, and I would really save them up until you get Summer Days, Noel, and Julius, when they drop probably within the next 3 weeks, because they're trying to catch them up, trying to catch the global server up. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please hit that like and subscribe inside the channel. Don't forget, it always helps. I'd like to hit that 1,000 mark. All right, so let's do it, guys. Get it, and I'll bring you more game content. All right, until next time, guys. Peace.